Hello, and good morning, and welcome back, everybody, to Shadowdmf Constructions, or Shadowcrafts, or whatever you want to call it. It is me building out my single-player world slowly hopefully, I'm not sure how long this series will go on for, but probably quite some time. So, alright, so we have now come back here, and last time I was starting to get kind of overwhelmed about all of my chess monsters and everything developing out, and it's actually only getting worse. So, as that has all been developing out, I'm going, okay, so what do I need to do? Okay, I need to go ahead and make out my area right here of at least a mining sorting machine. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to move my mine entrance over to like here and then build that out as a separate mine entrance with like mine carts and everything running over to the forge. And that will be connected to the super smelter, and also where I'll store all the diamonds, minerals, and all that stuff. And then also build that out into a stone cutter nearby, to where I will have all of the other decoration blocks that you dig up from the underground stored in, so that this entire area, this front area, will be completely consumed by multiple different buildings, all to function as one large storage area for my mine stuff. And so that is kind of what my image is running with right now. And I'm a little struggling with the concept because I want it to feel a little bit magical. But I'm running into that issue of I'm not quite sure how to make that happen, because I want it to feel like it is a forward construction of this. So, but again, that is a little bit difficult. So I'm going to probably separate the roofs into multiple tiers. So my original mine shaft is going to be kind of more towards the ground level. So like the roof level will be about right to there. And it'll be a large entrance that goes down behind. And then the forge, which will be right here, will probably be the tallest of the buildings. So it'll be like up here with the chimney going up to let all the smoke out, and might actually be coming out of the mine a bit further. So maybe like to here, while the mine shaft would probably be about here. And then the stone cutters will actually be below all that, so you can kind of get this like feeling of a bigger building, while this one will have like the forge will have the tallest section because of the chimneys. The stonecutters will be actually a little bit taller overall, like the roof will slightly like you'll be able to see it in between all those to get this like stacking roof feel, and like this progression of, oh, this was first, and then they built this to work with this, and then they built that to work with that to help build out everything else. And in between all of that, so that's going to be the outward appearance. I'm thinking that is going to be really good. So outside of all that, though, what we're going to do in the inside section is, once we dig into the mine, I'm actually going to turn the probably back down into a item sorter, so I can actually just drop everything into a chest, have that be sorted out, and then I'm gonna have mine carts take them. So you're gonna have mine carts like running through the roofs of these places to drop off all of the materials. It's all just gonna be connected via these mine carts from the sorter, and this sorter will also be connected to the iron golem farm that I have down there, and maybe even like a possible other future farm as well. It just depends. But that way, so I have all these minecarts running, and it makes this area feel so much more alive, of just a constant movement going around everywhere. So I can't wait to get really started on that. But the first thing we really need to do is to, in order to get that done, as I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so first thing I really kind of need to do is set up the building. Yeah, I need to set the buildings up, but I'm not 100% sure what to make those out of just yet. So we are going to come up with a build palette right now. All right, and I've actually now decided on my build palette. I went ahead and laid them out for us right here. So the mineshaft is the interest in the mineshaft, and the mineshaft area itself is mainly going to consist of these logs. Basically, it is what they showed up with to help begin construction. So, you know, they brought in some dark oak and everything that they brought with them to this location to start this construction with. And that's where you're going to see most of the mine shaft. And then the forge building right outside of that, and right beside that, that everything's going to be moving over towards. You can see that they mainly use stuff that they were mining up from the mine shaft, and some of the materials. So I might include some iron blocks into this as well, but you can see like the progression, and then it's like, oh, we ran out of wood, so we're using the acacia wood from over there, and then over to the final building, which will be the stone cutters, which is meant to be a lot brighter. But again, this is a very basic build, like very dull build palette, so I'm going to make like this a very good idea. And the pink are the there we go. So we're going to use these two as the blocks to help pop this one up. Possibly this could change depending on how everything flows into each other, but I do really like the two beginning palettes, and that palette is also really good over here. So we are going to go ahead and get started on this with I'm actually going to use a bunch of dirt blocks and replaceable blocks so I can get an idea for what I want to build the roof lines at, and to make sure I have plenty of room to build everything I need. So let's go and expand my chest monster even further. Gotta expand it to get rid of it. That's what they said, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this roof line built out to try to see where exactly we can get a better visual idea of where everything is going to go, because again, it's gonna be a little awkward because it's gonna be coming along this curve right here. So it'll be a very like diegetic, no, not diegetic, words that exist, but a very natural curve along with this mountain, which is going to be the entranceway to our valley over here. So since that is a very natural curve, it's going to make this a very I keep saying very, but this will make it a better build progression across the area, because when you come in, you're gonna see the tower up there, and then if you look over here, you'll see the mine shaft blending into the forgery and stone cutters all along this area, which will make a lot of sense in the overall build. And then that will break down into the rest of the area that will all fill out over time based off of what we're currently building to make this a really cool looking city. Again, I am still trying to bring a magic theme into this a bit, and I am struggling to figure that out. So that may be played with a little bit later to try to bring some more elements into this, but let's go ahead and get that roof line up for everything. Okay, and welcome back from the and hello, and welcome back from the suppressed build mode. And unfortunately, while I absolutely love my mineshaft roof line right here, like you can tell it's kind of small, and I'll have the train tracks coming out and over and into these areas, so they're gonna be like running through and above the mountains and behind it. And then the forge, I'm thinking of having the chimneys literally coming out of the mountain, like they dug out of it, and the mine carts going around and into those. The stonecutter, so I was like, oh, maybe let's make it more of like a circular type building, like a half circle. However, I do think I made that a bit too far out. So I'm planning to actually bring that line in more and bam, and have it connect with that tower. But then it will be a little bit, maybe it will be wide. No, it definitely won't be big enough because I was supposed to hold up all the other stone. So I may end up moving this portion because I do like the concept of the circular area. But I think I may make it kind of like a semicircle over here and then have it connecting with, like, having this be a semicircle into a full circle tower, and that will connect on the left side of the stonecutters. So this is going to get moved over here a bit more, but this does give me the basic idea of what everything is going to look like, kind of just like their outside textures and everything. Also, that circle needs to be brought down a little bit because there's still going to be a roof put on top of it. These were made just basically, I just made the roofs. So there is the Smithy's roof. It is pretty large. That'll actually go further into the mountain. So this area will be probably dug out a bit more. And then we have this, the mine area, where it's going to go in at an angle right here. And then I probably go in at that direction. But then there'll be supports running all the way through this area, so that will very nicely combine into this, because I will make the minecarts coming up and out and around, and so I can have a lot of minecarts in this area, and even possibly like make entrances above for minecarts to run in and out around the mountain. It'll look great once done. But that is the gist of the roof line. So let's go ahead and get the mine constructed first. So we have our base mine level, and then we can work on getting everything else constructed as we continue on. And so in order to get the mine constructed, this is our build palette. So let's go ahead and enter into our build mode once more, and I will talk about anything else I've had and ideas wise. Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. After the second super crass build mode, I went ahead and got this constructed. As you probably could see during the thing, I decided to actually build out the mine building a bit more. I do need to do something a bit more with the roof, but I'm thinking that might come into more of a factor of when I start laying out the minecart tracks and everything up here. This flat roof will really help. Maybe we'll have to see. This one is kind of a work in progress. But besides that, everything has been coming together super well in this place. So as you can see, I've went ahead and stripped everything down, did everything here. I love the invisible item frames I can make right there. But I'm making a little story of like, oh, this is where they go to collect their equipment every day. Here's where they could wash off. I just need to add some water. And then I'll maybe like have make a sink here somehow. I'll have to look into that. And have them all come down here and they would go down into the mines. This one's for down, that's for return. And that way, so you can have this little nice story of people coming down into mines to do mining work. And I really love how this is all turned out. There does need to be some more work with some of the detailing up on the upper section because it is a bit blank. I do like how this inner mine is coming out. I actually prefer them with the bark on in here. All right, well, let's just get rid of those. And so everything is coming along super well. It looks fantastic from up there off my balcony. Let me go ahead and get on up there right now. And while I've already mentioned that still needs to come down some, and I am absolutely loving how everything is turning out right now. Can't wait to start onto the smithy with its darker sets. I'm thinking of making it so it's kind of a reverse transaction with the darker colors up towards the chimneys going down to lighter, because I'm gonna have it like have the black blocks at the very top, so it looks like it's like the charcoal burning off and pushing out into this smoke. And that way those will be like connected directly to the super furnace that I'm going to be making, so it'll all come together super well. And so let me go ahead and I'm almost there now. This is an excellent view of my area, and you can really see how it'll all start coming together when you look down on it like this. I'm thinking of also widening the river, so it'd be like coming to right about there, and a little bit on this side as well, and then connecting those two rivers right there, because there'll be something right around there for the middle section of this. And then that will be looks so good. You have this, and then once you get some pathways running here and some bridges to go across these, it's gonna look so good, especially from up here where you can like see everything and get a very good view. And when the sun sets over there, it's all gonna look so good, all mixed together. I can't wait for all of this to be done. It's all coming together super well. I mean, just look how good that looks. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so as the sun is going down, and I am going to go ahead and pop out of my character into my free cam. If anyone does like what I'm doing here, then like, subscribe is excellent. If you have any ideas on some future builds, future ideas for what I could do in this large area. Again, I'm kind of leaning on this like magical theme going into a more modern area like the magic happened in the past, and now it's more modernish. And I think it's going to come out really unique looking, so I can't wait. I do believe I'm going to have to move my cow pasture here soon, so it will be a sad thing to see the polka dots all disappear from their pen, but everything has been coming together so well in this. And when I head in here, I've already started pushing the mine back further and down. I had to fill those areas in. The iron golems actually started spawning on top of me from my iron farm, so I had to fill in some of that, and then I'm gonna have to go down in a different way to meet up with my zombie spawner. But besides all that, Thank you anyone who is watching. Thank you everyone who's commenting. Everything is moving along at a great pace. You can see a great view right now. I can't wait for all those buildings to be done. It'll be all lit up. And this will be a fantastic cut. See y'all next time. Thank you for stopping by. Shadow Constructions out.